Okay, cool. And then, you know, with your dress fitting and like
Hmm.
more of the wedding side of things, do you know any final dates yet of like when you're gonna have the last, like when you're gonna have your dress altered and stuff for the final time? Do you know any rough dates?
No, I've got actually, I think it might be the 9th that I've actually got my first fitting, which I'd completely forgotten
Exciting.
about.
Okay, is that the 9th of, is that
June.
July? June.
No,
Oh,
June.
June. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. I
This is
was
coming
like, I'm
around
glad
so
you said that because I
quickly.
completely forgot.
Okay, yeah, so that's gonna be, that's very soon. That's like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Okay, so this is your, so on the 9th, so this is, I'm just popping it in the
Hmm.
calendar. So this is your dress, final dress fitting or first dress fitting?
First.
First dress fitting. Okay,
I
awesome. And
imagine
then,
then they'll probably book me in for final after they've done that one.
yeah. Okay, well that's good though that you've got one soon and then you've also got a second. Like that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously it's the 6th of August, isn't it? So it'll be,
Hmm.
I think mine was like a month before and then I just had to maintain. So, okay, well, just let me
Yeah,
know when
I
you
was
go for
going to
the
say, I
first
think they're
dress
usually
fitting.
like 4, 6 weeks before, aren't they?
Yeah, I think mine was like 3 or 4, yeah. And then she said like you cannot lose any more, you cannot gain, just like maintain. I was like, okay, yeah, which I think was 3 to 4 weeks just before. Okay, so that's cool. All right,
Yeah, because
so
when I went in
really,
there and picked it up, well, I say picked it up, they've still got hold of it. But when it was actually my dress and I was picking like veil and stuff, I put it on and they were like, "Have you lost weight?" And I was like, maybe a little bit. She went, "Yeah, basically, the two panels at the front, they're probably going to have to come out because it's that much smaller." And I was like, oh,
oh
well, at
my
least you can do
God.
it.
Yeah. So when did you give the first measurements?
It would have been April last year.
Oh my God. Okay, so have they then got your dress fitted to your measurements from April last year?
Sort of. When because I went in, um, and it was the first shop I went into. Well, the only shop I went into in the end, because I was I mean, to be fair, it was nothing like the dresses that I'd looked at online and I'd seen and I liked the look of. And so I'd kind of gone in there thinking, oh, I'll probably need like 2 or 3 dress shops. And then it ended up being the second dress that I tried on that I picked. But the size that they ordered was the size that I tried on because at the time it it fitted, it felt a bit snug kind of around my waist, but like I could still sit down and everything like that. So she was like, "We'll order that size." Didn't even sort of say to me like, "Are you planning on losing any weight or anything like that?" And literally just tape measure around me and went, "Yep, you're that size," and that was it.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God, that's going to be so interesting then when you put the dress on in a couple of weeks' time with with the difference. Because that's going to be mad. And I remember this
Yeah.
this happened to me last year. I went because I first got my dress, I think it was July 2024, and then I lost like 10 kg and then tried it on in July 2025. And
Mhm.
literally, like, I put it on and it was just hanging off of me. And I was like, oh my God, I like, what, how is this going to be fixed? And they were like, no, literally, don't worry, we will pinch it in all the right places. But honestly, the panic when I put it on, I was like, it's so loose. But yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
don't worry, like, and they literally worked wonders and they just took it in all the right places. So you'll have to send me a video or a picture of when you first put it on and how much is kind of, yeah, what it's looking like. Yeah, that'll be so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because I obviously when I came out of the like changing room and they'd got it all clipped up down the back. I think my mum had said something. She was like, basically, can that be fixed? Like, can it be altered to fit? And she was like, yeah. Can you see these two panels down the side? She went, we'll probably have to take both of those out to be able to get it to fit because you've got like they'd managed to kind of get like a whole handful of dress at the back where it was just too
Oh my
big.
God. That is insane. Okay, yeah, you'll definitely have to keep me updated.
I mean, I feel like it looks so much better on me than it did when I first tried it on. So
Mhm.
it's good.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, it's such an exciting part. And then especially I love the favorite part is then putting it on once they've then taken it all in everywhere and then seeing it
Yeah.
properly of how it's actually going to fit on the day. I'm so excited. Yeah, love it. Okay, cool. Is there anything else that you want to go through? Any other like questions for me? Any worries? Anything at all?
I don't think so, really. No, there's not anything really that I can think of. No.
No, happy with everything. That's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
All going according to plan.
Perfect. Absolutely going to plan. Okay, awesome. All right, sweet. Should we get stuck into these questions? Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, yeah, literally don't worry. Just be yourself. Like just yeah, it's all good. Okay, right. We'll start with the first question. So, Georgia, some people that are listening or watching this, just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, what you teach, and what life looked like before we started working together.
So I'm a primary school teacher. This year, well, September coming will be my 10th year. Wow, that's gone quick. Mostly taught Key Stage 2, did a year in Year 6 in COVID, which was interesting. But yeah, I mean, life literally has been work. Like, I get up, I obviously have breakfast, whatever, go to work, do your teaching, and then come home, and there's probably more work. And that's kind of really how life was. Like, there wasn't, I didn't really have much in the way of a life outside of work other than when it was school holidays.
Hmm. And then before we started, like what was going on with more of like your training, your nutrition, and day-to-day life?
Training was non-existent. There wasn't, I'm not even going to pretend like I was walking anywhere. Like the only walking I did was walking the dog, and that was because I had to. Nutrition was a case of, well, it depends. If I was deciding that now was a good time to start eating better and things like that, it might be I'd pretty much be starving myself of like 2,000, not 2,000, sorry, 1,200 calories a day, and it'd be really miserable. But then I'd find I'd just end up raiding the biscuit jar when I got home, and actually that was probably one of my biggest downfalls, is that we'd sit of an evening watching TV after we've had dinner, cup of tea, and it could probably end up being about half a packet of biscuits.
I was going to say the next question was literally like, what were the biggest things that you were struggling with at the time? Would you say it was the snacking when you got home from work and you just felt
Yeah,
exhausted when you're on the sofa?
yeah, like I found most nights I could probably have fallen asleep on the sofa by 8 o'clock. Like, yeah, they're just, I'd sort of have dinner, have some biscuits with a cup of tea, or it might have been a hot chocolate, and then, I mean, yeah, I just didn't really have the time or the energy really to do anything. And then it was worse when I'd go over into the staff room and there'd be a whole platter of cakes and biscuits, and because it was inevitably somebody's birthday, and then yeah,
Always the way, always in the staff room as well. Biscuits, cake, chocolate, the lot. It would just, yeah, always just crop
yeah,
up, wouldn't it, in the staff room?
especially, and like I'd have a couple of LSAs who they would go over to the staff room sort of for a break before break time, before all the biscuits and everything of cakes have gone. And they'd always bring me over like a donut and something else. And I'd be like, I really appreciate it, but I'm literally just running on sugar.
Yeah, yeah, I can also relate to that back into the past when yeah, I also used to go through the same. Did you like did anything specifically trigger you to finally want to then make a change? Like what was it at the moment of like I'm done with this and I don't want to carry on with this lifestyle at the moment?
I mean, I think ultimately the wedding was a big kick up the bum to make a change. Um, but I just think as well, like, I just had no confidence. Like, I mean, I remember last summer was really quite warm as well, and I'd spend most of the time in like leggings, and I'd be pretty much covered head to toe. Yeah, just generally didn't have any confidence really at all in myself.
And also because you reached out to me, it was like August last year, wasn't it? It was end of August, beginning of September, and then we had our first
Yeah, I
call. I
remember it
think
was
it was
right at the beginning of the school year because it was an inset day that I spoke
yeah.
to you.
That's it. It was beginning of September. And then what made you reach out to me specifically and not just another coach?
I think I'd seen posts and things that of yours that had come up online, like on Instagram and things like that. And I think ultimately it was more of the case that you, well, at the time, was it you'd only just left teaching, I think, or
Yeah, yeah,
possibly
just
was
left. Yeah.
still, yeah. So I just think like I think that was the biggest selling point, um, because like you understood the life that is teaching, and nobody else, unless they're in it, nobody else really knows. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, you get so many holidays, and you only work 9 till 3, and like you really don't.
No, it's literally I think you've seen it already, but I've literally just done a post about that on my Instagram. So I'm like, I'm so glad that you've just said that. So I'm like, yep, that's definitely not the case at all, as we know.
It's like at
And
the
then
minute, I
also,
know it's half term, but like one of my friends, well, it was one of Sam's friends, but he dropped something off to us, and he was like, "Oh, what you up to next week?" And I was like, I'm working, I've got reports to write, things like that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, but it's not working though, is it really?" I was like, "Well, no, it is."
what? How is that not working as
I
well? How,
know,
how
I know.
come?
I was like, I'm sitting in front of my laptop like you do because you're working from home as well. Like,
Yeah, and working and doing the reports. Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, we'll leave that there. Also, the next thing as well, Georgia, is it was actually going to be the question of did you have any hesitations before starting? But I actually know you had hesitations before starting. But
yes.
what were they? Talk to me about those hesitations.
I'd never done anything like this before. Like I'd always, I suppose, sort of lockdown when everyone was out, sort of riding their bikes, going out for walks and things like that. Like the most in terms of sort of exercise that I'd done was then. Um, and then doing anything kind of more sort of seriously supported with somebody else was just it was scary. Like I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. Yeah, yeah.
Do you think it was kind of like a limited belief, like that mindset of I don't think I can do this, and kind of doubting your own abilities to do it?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I say a lot of teachers, I don't know, people that I speak to anyway, like tend to suffer from a bit of like imposter syndrome. And
Yeah,
like
100%.
and it's sort of a case of, I suppose, I mean, I would deep down I must have known I could do it, otherwise I guess I wouldn't have done it in the first place. But it's that getting over that, almost take it like you say, taking that first step to actually doing it, and a bit of the fear of the unknown, I suppose, as well, and like what I can do.
Absolutely. And also, I guess that's the whole thing of like the internet is amazing, but also at the same time, you're probably thinking, I've had a call with a girl who I don't really know what she's about, to be honest. Don't know if I can trust her. It was probably a bit of that as well, I guess, of like hesitation, which I completely get.
I
But
mean, it,
yeah, I
it's
mean, look
quite
at where
nice
we're at now.
knowing that. Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose as well, like it was quite nice knowing, like on that first call that we had, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Colchester." I was like, "Oh, that's literally up the road." Like,
I know. When you started talking, I was like, she's definitely from Essex. I was like, I know that accent. And have there been any light bulb moments, like for example, mindset shifts or habits that are now ingrained, or small wins that have now had a really big impact?
I think probably the biggest is knowing that this like whole it's a lifestyle, like, and it just sort of fits in with everything that I'm doing already, like in terms of like work, and then still being able to go and see friends and managing to like go out for dinner, and it all just, yeah, it just sort of all just it fits together.
It does fit together, but it has to fit together, otherwise it has to work for you. Otherwise, it wouldn't work and it would just fall apart. So
Yeah,
yeah, and also what part of the structure helped you the most? Like I know you said it just fits, but what do you reckon it would be? I mean, training, you've already spoken about how training was non-existent. Now, oh my gosh, the difference. But like, what do you think has helped out the most? Would you say it's been the nutrition? Would you say it's been the training? Would you say it's been the coaching side, or a combination? What do you think?
I suppose it's hard to pinpoint like an exact thing. I think having sort of not having that pressure to have to go and join a gym, like being able to do everything from home, because it like I had obviously zero confidence at the start, and there was nothing that you could have done to have made me go into a gym. Like I've had friends that have been like, "Oh, like I've got like a free pass, you can come in." I'm like, absolutely not, no way. Like even if the world was on fire and that place was the only place that wasn't, like, no.
Not
um
doing it. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. Like, I mean, well, near my mum's about 10 minutes away, there is a ladies only gym. And like people have been like, oh, maybe you should try that. I'm like, no, still not happening. No, not doing it. So yeah, I think being able to do that from home, um, and sort of fitting it in with the comfort of sort of nobody, like knowing that nobody else really is watching, but then still helpfully got the reflection in the TV so I can still see what I'm doing. Yeah, and then I think obviously having the sort of the weekly check-ins with you, and then especially when at the start I don't think I really noticed much in the way of physical differences. I think where I'd sort of see myself every day, like I didn't really notice it. And even to be fair, looking at the pictures, and then it wasn't until sort of those first few check-ins that you were sort of noticing the differences. I was like, oh yeah, no, I can actually see that now.
Absolutely. Do you feel like did anything change for you mentally first of all, and then was it physical after a few weeks of repetition?
Yeah, I think so. I think just the first couple of weeks of, I mean, I think I probably was only doing like one or two sort of training sessions in the week, but I think just knowing that I could actually do it and ultimately it was working eventually, I think it's just, yeah, that's kind of what got me going.
Awesome. And then, when you said, oh, okay, actually, I could see the difference after a few weeks and seeing the difference physically, how did that feel when you started to then see the real results kicking in?
I mean, it just makes it all worth it. And I think it's just I've got more confidence in myself now than definitely what I did at the start. And it's just been really nice when people are like, "Oh, you look like." I mean, I had a lady at work the other day was like, "Oh, you look so much taller," and I was like, "I mean, I can tell you, definitely haven't grown any taller, but it's obviously." I obviously just now carry myself different.
Yeah, your posture's improved like massively. You can see it as well in your back. Like I've always said that from the beginning. Like it was very hunched before, now it's shoulders back, and we're starting to see your back muscles come through now, which is just so exciting. But what kind of physical changes have you seen? Like what's been the biggest difference for you? Like if that's weight, I know we're now over like 20 pounds down, aren't we? But like
Yeah.
measurements, weight, like visible differences, what kind of physical changes have you seen?
I mean, other than, like I said to you the other week, that I have zero clothes that fit me that I can wear to work in the summer because everything now is far too big or just hangs off me.
I know, I'm
um,
so sorry. When you texted me the other day, I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, also, like, great excuse to get a new wardrobe. But I'm so sorry
oh,
about the money that you've
absolutely.
lost.
That's all right. It's just I sell it all. Well, most of it anyway is going on Vinted.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. So that's my new best friend. But yeah, I think. I mean, in terms of obviously clothes not fitting, I have a waist, which to be fair, I probably haven't had for a very long time. It's just like doing those measurements every week of like my waist. It's been really nice, like seeing that number get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, honestly, the difference with your body composition is incredible. Like, it's changed so much. You literally look like a different person. I know I've said that to you before in your check-ins. Like, the way you carry yourself and your posture, like, the difference is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
Mm.
to go from that first picture on that very first week up to sort of now, like yeah, they are so different.
So different. New woman, I'm telling you. And then also, like, have you noticed any other big changes with your routine? Like, I actually just thought of something here, Georgia, as well. Like, I remember our first call when I said like about food habits and what you normally take for lunch and stuff. Wasn't it like it was like a proper school packed lunch? You'll know what I mean by this. Like a sandwich, apple, crisps. Like it was like a chocolate bar. It was like a go-to lunch.
It literally, yeah, it was kind of the thing that my mum would have packed me before I went off to school as a kid in the morning. Yeah, now I mean I'll take the pasta salad that I've made for the last however many weeks now. And it just like there's things like I'll put like a mini baby bell in there or a yogurt or something like that. And it's enough that then it means that it sees me through and I don't get to break time and actually go over to the staff room to find a biscuit or something because I'm actually not starving hungry at break time. Like it's kind of breakfast will sort of see me through, lunch will see me through till dinner. I mean, sometimes there might be days when I do get a little bit hungrier, but I can tend to usually just get away with having a drink because actually I've discovered that my body is not very good at deciding between hunger and thirst.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always good to just have a drink of water first, but then being very mindful of am I actually hungry, or am I a bit bored, or do I just need to have a drink of water? So again, that's been
Yeah, I
another
think some
huge change.
I'd say I think one of the biggest things was that I would just kind of eat out of boredom. Like if it was there, I would eat it. And I suppose going back to like mindset and things like that, like I haven't been buying, I mean, yeah, I'll still buy like the little mini snack packs of biscuits and things because then at least I don't devour the whole packet. Like I still have something sweet when I fancy it. But yeah, I'm not buying like a whole packet of digestives and they're sitting in the cupboard calling my name.
Absolutely. No reaching for the snack cupboard anymore after work or snacking on the sofa.
No,
Yeah, a whole new
absolutely not.
routine. And now you're like training in the garden and like buying some heavier weights. Like this is honestly, yeah,
I
you've
never thought
changed.
I'd see the day.
I know, honestly, you're a changed woman. Also, if someone's watching this right now and they are in the position that you were in, like think back to how you were feeling and thinking back in August and beginning of September when we first had our call, you know, you weren't feeling confident, you were stuck in that cycle and you wanted to break that cycle. What would you say to them?
It's scary. It's definitely worth it. Like it's so much easier than you like ever make it out to be. Like I think one of the things that I had sort of managed to kind of convince myself that it was going to be really hard and like I'd be basically just eating lettuce leaves for the rest of like however long I was doing this for. Like yeah, it's worth it and it's well, it's a lifestyle that's really easy to stick to. I mean, I was thinking earlier sort of when I was out on the walk with the dog this morning, like I could keep this up. Like this is something that I I don't really think about. It's just it's the new normal.
I love that. I love that. And also, who do you think this coaching would be perfect for, would you say?
Definitely female teachers. I mean, the biggest thing, like I said to you at the start, was that you were a teacher, and so like you know how life is, and it's just I think knowing that we can sort of start off small. Like I did was doing sort of the 1, 2 workouts a week, building up to like 4. I just think, yeah, it's just easy. Whether you're like a beginner and you've never done anything like I had, or hadn't rather, um, or whether you know you're someone that can do a little bit more and knows a little bit more, I'm sure would be fine too.
Awesome. Well, I cannot thank you enough. Like, I have absolutely loved coaching you so far. And also, I'm so excited for like how many weeks now is it until the wedding? May, June, July. We've got what, 2 months and a few days?
We've got what we yeah, I think it's about 70-ish days. I think I saw a countdown for it the other day.
Amazing. I cannot wait. Honestly, I'm so excited for you, and you've been absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see your final pictures in your dress as well on the big day. I'm so excited. But yeah, you've been amazing.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Right, I'm just gonna stop that, and then hopefully it doesn't cut us off